Balake. Where is Balake at?
My name's Blake.
Blake?
What? Do you want to go to war, Balake? I'm for real. Ron.
Ron is here. Welcome back, everybody, for more SPTV, where every day is a great day not to be in a cult. Oh, my goodness. What are we talking about today? We are talking about efforts to sabotage ex-Scientologists helping people leave Scientology. It's amazing. You would think that Scientology itself and Scientology agents and people who work for Scientology's Office of Special Affairs, you would think that those parties would be the ones most dedicated to trying to prevent and interrupt ex-Scientologists from helping people leave Scientology. I'm going to leave it up to you guys whether you think it is actually Scientology and their agents behind the attempted sabotage of the SPTV Foundation, or if it is perhaps, well, if you saw my video last night, after our protest, there was a deeply unhinged lunatic who showed up to counter protest our Scientology protest. And we don't know for sure whether that was an OSA agent or whether it was just an insane person. But I'm going to leave it up to you guys to decide whether the people, I'm going to share with you one example, who seem to exist only to prevent people from getting help leaving Scientology. Are these Scientology agents? Or are these unhinged lunatics who infiltrate ex-cult spaces to create chaos? For me, it's a coin flip. I'm not sure which one it is. But a lot of these places where this activity occurs, almost everybody in these spaces are anonymous. So how is anyone to know the difference between an actual OSA agent and just a deeply unwell, sick, twisted individual bent on creating chaos in vulnerable ex-cult communities? Because you could be both of those things. You could be a total unhinged lunatic bent on destruction, and OSA, you could also be working for OSA. But when everyone's anonymous, nobody can know for sure. Okay, so what happened? I said yesterday in a video, I said that for the last few days, I've been mentioning in my videos that the SPTV Foundation is currently helping 4 separate people leave Scientology. And I put out a request for donations. For those of you who are interested, I said we wanted to raise about $15,000. We have raised over $8,000 so far in the last couple of days. We very much would like to hit our 15 target. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated. I have put a link to the donation page in the description of this video. One of the things I mentioned yesterday is that there has been, it looks like some automated bot attempt to overwhelm either our website or our third-party payment provider, Stripe, where Stripe actually sent us an alert that there had been an unusual volume of high-risk payment attempts, and just letting us know they had blocked all of these payment attempts. But when you click through on the link, what you find is a list of over 2,200 attempts to put through what looks like fraudulent $1 credit card charges. Now, I don't know exactly how that works. I don't know exactly how that happens. I don't know exactly what the purpose is. I said it seems like the purpose is to overwhelm either the website or the payment processor. In other words, the attempt is to interfere with and to sabotage the SPTV's foundation to raise funds and put those funds to use to help people leave Scientology. Okay, so there are platforms and websites and YouTube channels that have popped up that exist solely to harass people that consider themselves part of SPTV, harass me, harass my friends, harass my board members, harass my foundation. It's the sole reason that the sole reason for the existence of these platforms and channels and groups and pages and everything. And someone sent me a screenshot of a post in one of these places making reference to the video that I put up. And I'm just going to share this with you. Okay, quoting from my video. And this is from the person on this platform goes by the anonymous handle Fear the Creeper. This particular individual, although I doubt, I mean, I certainly don't know who it is. This person is active on YouTube, active on Twitter, active on TikTok, active on Reddit, active anywhere. Members of SPTV are trying to expose Scientology and help people leaving Scientology. This person is one of the main agent provocateurs attempting to interfere with that effort. Okay. Okay. Quote, he, Aaron, alleges that the SPTV Foundation's website is being inundated by someone using virtual credit cards and fraudulent credit card transactions to try and overwhelm and shut down the SPTV Foundation's third-party payment provider on the foundation's website. Do not go to this website and try this for yourself, and do not use a VPN so that you cannot be traced. That would be wrong. Guys. So I'll tell you, the easiest and simplest explanation would be these are all ecosystems set up, propped up, created by OSA. Most of the contributors are OSA sock accounts. That would be the easy explanation. I'm not convinced it's the right one. Now, at some point, it doesn't really matter, but I'll tell you why it matters to me. It wouldn't upset me if I was actually convinced it was coming from Scientology. That's what I expect from Scientology. It upsets me when it's coming from people who claim to be here in support of the ex-Scientology movement. They just don't support both sides or all people in the ex-Scientology movement. And not to get too far into the weeds here, but if you want to know why it does bug me so much and why I'm doing a video about it, it's because there has, unfortunately, in the ex-Scientology space over the last couple of years, been somewhat of a rift between what is perceived as the SPTV Foundation side of the community and the Aftermath Foundation side of the community. I have long since stopped validating any idea that there needs to be two sides here. In fact, you guys might recall that one of the things that unleashed my most dedicated and hateful attacker was a video I did a while back saying, you know, it would be nice if people that considered themselves my friends didn't just do video after video after video every single day attacking Mike Rinder and the Aftermath Foundation. Like, it would be nice if that didn't happen, because I sort of get blamed for that shit, and that's not really what I'm about. And if you're a friend of mine and that's what you're doing right now, I would kind of appreciate it if you stopped. And those of you who know what I'm talking about know that me saying that unleashed one of my most vicious, dedicated, daily haters and attackers upon me for simply saying, you know, it would be nice if we all sort of moved on and we don't have to get along, but we could at least stay out of each other's way and all try to accomplish the same thing in our own way. So I feel that I have long since disavowed attempts to really reinforce this two sides story and to, you know, do what I can to keep just relentless attacks from one side to the other. Why am I mentioning all this? Because these platforms, okay, and the people who created them, I've already named them before. I'm not going to name them in this video. The people who created them, the people who moderate them, the people who contribute to them. There is only one ex-Scientologist who consistently shows up in these spaces, encouraging them, giving them validation, feeding them. And unfortunately, it's Catherine Olson. And unfortunately, Catherine Olson works for Claire Headley in Claire's bookkeeping business and works for the Aftermath Foundation. Now, I do not hold Claire Headley or Mark Headley responsible for Catherine Olson's behavior. But at some point, you have to do something or say something. And I guess all I'm saying here is, whereas I don't blame Mark and Claire for Catherine's behavior, and I don't blame Mark and Claire for their supporters who have created these anti-SPTV foundations, moderate the anti-SPTV foundations. contribute to the anti-SPTV Foundation spaces. I can't and don't hold them responsible. At some point, it would be productive to maybe put out a message kind of similar to the one that I put out, which is, hey guys, look. There's a lot of ex-Scientologists out here. Some of us have bigger platforms. Some of us use that platforms to raise money. Some of us use that money to help people leaving Scientology. The Aftermath Foundation is one. The SPTV Foundation is one. We're both doing really good work. And for the record, the people that we're helping right now are people who, honest to God, we are helping out of homelessness. They are people who, while spending their entire lives in Scientology, have had unmet physical, medical, and mental health needs. Life debilitating needs that have not been met for their entire life that we are helping them with. Okay. It would eventually at some point be helpful to put out a message from your platform, Mark and Claire, to be like, you know what? We're all here. We may not all get along anymore. We may not all like each other anymore. We may not all collaborate each other anymore. But if you support us, meaning Mark and Claire, saying, if you support us and if you're our friends and if you're our supporters, we would appreciate it if you, and if you did not dedicate efforts to harassing and sabotaging other ex-Scientologists who are doing similar work to us. Let me be clear. I'm not asking them to put out this message because I can't take it. I can take it. I was built for this shit. Okay. I'm made for this shit. I'm asking for that message to eventually be put out there so that people in my world can stop having reasons to continue to think of this as a very, very divided community. Because people who do this and actively encourage people on the internet to try to crash the SPTV Foundation's website and to try to overwhelm our third-party provider. People who do that, people like Fear the Creeper, people in my community know that Catherine Olson is in these platforms supporting them. People know Catherine Olson works for you, Claire. People know Catherine Olson works for the Aftermath Foundation. People know Catherine Olson is your moderator. Catherine supporting stuff like this is what contributes to the continuing divide. It doesn't need to be that way. And I feel like I've done what I can on my side to quash things. It would be nice if we could finally just put an end to this chapter, okay? Now, that's a lot of words to just say the SPTV Foundation is doing a lot of great work and we're helping a lot of people and we would like some donations. And also using this as an opportunity to put on blast the disgusting elements that have infiltrated the fringes of this community who spend their time harassing and denigrating and attacking ex-Scientologists who are working very, very hard to bring worldwide attention to this family-destroying human trafficking cult and working very, very hard to help Scientologists leave and doing that work successfully in life-changing ways. Eventually, enough is enough, and you do have to do or say something, or else people will continue to associate you with trash like this. Okay, so that's my spiel. We got some starred comments and we'll wrap this up because I'm about to go back downtown with Marco Calderon and Farrell Sherrill to confront OSA executives on Scientology abuse. Stardust, thank you very, very, very much. Just a ham sandwich. The problem is that there are unhinged people creating chaos for no good reason except attention. So it's hard to know. You are totally correct. Ren again, there are those who create chaos for their own entertainment and they are still evil. I totally agree. Trixie Andrews, it's sad that you have to spell this out to adults. Aaron Cooper, are they still thinking like Scientologists? I truly believe that most of the people in these platforms are not ex-Scientologists. They are lunatics who've never had anything to do with Scientology. I've called many of them out before. I'm just not calling them out right now, just because. Why give them the attention? It's basically unhinged, obsessed lunatics who infiltrate ex-cult spaces to try to center themselves and create drama. We've seen it just we've seen it in the protest side of things, and we've seen it just on the straight, the non-protest side of things. But yeah, enough is enough. Okay. Kimberly, I'm beginning to think that they don't care that it is divided, which makes me question their motives. I don't know. I'm of two minds on it. Kina DeFury, why can't there be a common goal of helping people out of Scientology? The truth is, there is a common goal. It's just that one side has members who are actively trying to destroy the other side. And the other side has members who don't do that. And the reason they don't do that is because I've told everybody who considers himself on my side that that's not what I want. And what I said is I'm not going to platform people who do that. And everyone in my world was like, we like that message, except for one person. And that person had an emotional breakdown and became completely, deeply emotionally unhinged and spend every day for the next year and a half attacking me and anyone associated with me. That's the price you pay for asking for peace. Okay. My Maj, do Marco Calderon have a YouTube channel? He did a great job protesting, and I would love to support. He is starting a channel. I don't even have a handle to give you. I'm helping him get his channel set up. I'm helping him figure out all the tech stuff, but I don't know for sure that he's even actually got it started yet. Once he does, I'll let you guys know. Elston Gunn, thank you so much. Gifted 5 channel memberships. Much appreciated. Jojo, Aaron, they want you to fail, full stop. I got to tell you, I don't think it's true. Oh, the people in these communities, yes. The people in these communities, yes. If you ask me, do I think Mark and Claire want me to fail? No, I don't think that. I don't think that at all. Force of delightful nature. We don't need to like everyone, but we don't need to sabotage others who are trying to do a kind act. And that is a perfect summary of my entire message. We don't have to get along. We don't have to like each other. We could even hate each other. But it doesn't mean we have to actively impede efforts to help people leave Scientology. And that's what it really comes down to, folks. So if you guys can spare any donations, please donate. SPTVFoundation.org. I put a link in the description down below. All donations are hugely appreciated, guys. And your hard-earned donations are going to some really are being used to provide some really incredible life-changing help. So thank you to all of you. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm going to wrap this up and head downtown. I'll see you guys soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye.